Imagine an actor earning $100 million for a single blockbuster film. In the standard Hollywood ecosystem, that kind of wealth usually buys a life of total isolation, private islands, motorcades, and a permanent wall of security. But when the back-end profits from The Matrix came in, Keanu Reeves didn't buy a private jet. Instead, he quietly signed over roughly $75 million of his earnings to the film's special effects and makeup teams. He followed that up by purchasing 12 brand-new Harley-Davidson motorcycles for his stunt team. There was no press release, no social media post, and no PR campaign. Despite his status as one of the world's biggest action icons, he is frequently spotted using public transport, carrying his own groceries, and sitting on park benches alongside the citizens who watch his movies. While most stars spend their lives building a barrier of celebrity between themselves and the public, he has spent 30 years behaving as if that barrier doesn't exist. It raises a question about survival. How did a man navigate the most ego-driven industry on Earth without losing his humanity? The roots of that humility were planted in a childhood defined by absence. He was born in Beirut, Lebanon, but his father, who struggled with addiction, permanently abandoned the family when Keanu was only 3 years old. A nomadic childhood followed. His mother moved the family to Australia, then to New York, and finally to Toronto. By the time he was a teenager, he had attended 4 different high schools in 5 years, never staying in one place long enough to form a permanent support system. Inside the classroom, he faced another hurdle. Undiagnosed dyslexia made reading and writing an intense daily struggle. The school system of the time often mislabeled him as a slow learner, further isolating a child who already felt out of place. By the time he turned 18, he had lived across 3 continents and 4 different father figures, experiencing firsthand that even the most stable home could be temporary. He eventually found his footing in acting. During his rise to fame in the early 90s, he discovered a sense of belonging in his friendship with fellow rising star River Phoenix. They became each other's chosen family while navigating the chaos of Hollywood. But in 1993, just as their careers reached the A-list, Phoenix died of a drug overdose. By 1999, he was playing Neo in The Matrix, a role that made him a global icon. Yet while he was invincible on screen, he was spending his private time in hospital wards, funding research and supporting his younger sister, Kim, through a decade-long battle with leukemia. The losses then became almost incomprehensible. In late 1999, he and his partner, Jennifer Syme, were expecting a daughter. Ava Archer Syme Reeves was stillborn at 8 months. Only 18 months later, as the couple was still reeling from that grief, Syme was killed instantly in a car accident. At the absolute pinnacle of fame and wealth, he was emotionally alone, isolated by a sequence of deaths that would have broken most people. In psychology, there is a phenomenon known as post-traumatic growth. While many respond to profound loss with a downward spiral, a subset develops a radically different perspective. The illusion of permanence is shattered. They realize wealth and status offer no protection against life's randomness. This explains his secret philanthropy. He doesn't fund children's hospitals for the publicity. He does it because he intimately understands what it's like to wait for a miracle in a room like this one. His humility isn't a PR strategy. It is the survival mechanism of a man who knows that everything, from a career to a home, can be taken away in a single second. This perspective helped him survive a decade of industry rejection. Following the peak of the Matrix sequels, a string of commercial failures led many to believe his time as a leading man had passed. He didn't chase headlines or demand relevance. Instead, he retreated into the shadows for grueling physical training in judo, jiu-jitsu, and tactical weapons handling. That commitment to the work rather than the fame fueled his massive comeback at age 50 in the John Wick franchise. He managed to stay relevant longer than most action stars by simply refusing to play the game of celebrity self-promotion. By focusing on the craft, he waited for the audience to find him again. Hollywood is built on artificial noise and the pursuit of status, yet the industry's most enduring star lives a life of quiet dignity, riding motorcycles and talking to strangers. The way he lives suggests that the depth of a person's pain does not have to dictate their capacity for kindness. After the world has broken you, empathy can be a deliberate choice. He is famous for playing invincible heroes on screen, But his greatest achievement is staying a decent, vulnerable human being in a world designed to destroy exactly that.